What's up everybody, I'm Batjack JW and these are my grips. These are grips that I've made. As a big fan of John Wayne and knowing that if you are a fan of John Wayne, you know that he has aged yellow grips on his pistol, his 6-gun. I always kind of noticed that for me when the Sons of Katie Elder, and from that point on he pretty much had some sort of aged yellow grips on his gun. So it led me to really trying to create my own after I broke a pair that came on a gun that was offered by Cimarron. So once that happened and I was pretty much left without help on trying to replace them, I ventured off into making my own. Here's kind of an example of just kind of whitish ivory, but I wanted to add character to them so they kind of looked a little bit better than just really plain white plastic looking grips. I've added finger grooves in this, and I'm left-handed, so these are on the right side, but there you can see it just adds some more flaws and antiquing, if you would, to it. To take it a step further from that, maybe you want it to look a little bit more worse for wear. I've got this one. I've even added cracking through it. Then you got just the classic kind of a yellow, which still has some character through it. I'm not sure if the video will actually pick it up, but I make these all 100% by hand. Hand poured, hand colored, hand sanded, hand polished. So everything is done really from scratch, even the mold making. So there's going to be some light flaws that may exist. It's just because I don't have a machine, I don't have a CNC machine or anything that's cranking these things out. I'm doing this really by eyeball measurements, and the thing is, when I make them, no set is alike. You can see this by this table here. You know, we got like 9 pairs, or actually 2 more on the side here. So like 11 pairs that are not even, you know, they're just, every single one is different. Here's kind of a more or less what I try to keep in consistency of, is this marbling and aging going through it. Here's another, I completed these not too long ago actually. So here you just got the plain type ivory, but yet you have the aging going through it, marbling, and both are unique and different. So here I got, these are kind of more of the these are kind of taken after the ones that I saw. If you watched the NRA Curators guy, they actually have one of John Wayne's pistols in their museum, and the grips kind of look kind of more really deep brownish orange kind of color, so that was kind of the inspiration for these, just to kind of have that more deeper color to it. Now these are just kind of unique and different kind of marbling going through it. I added them just in case somebody might want them in their inventory. So, and then I did these here. This is the way I make them. I make them to actually be fitted as a one piece. This is an example of how that's done. I actually have a video on it on this channel. You just, by adding the wooden block in the middle that's shaped to the frame, and you epoxy both pieces together, and it slips onto the gun as a one piece. These are the grips that I actually used in my video on my main channel, Batjack JW, called We Deal in Lead, which is a video dedicated to the guns of the West and shooting the 45 Colt, also in black powder. But these are the grips that was off the gun that was shot in that video. These are fitted to my Cimarron Frontier model. These are oversized, so they will need to be some minor fitting may need to be required. Cast them oversized because most of the time you want to be able to have to fit it custom to the gun to get a nice look. These are some that I kind of tinkered around with, about as aged as I think it can get before it just pretty much looks like it needs to be rotting off the gun. at the finger grooves. These are really heavily antiqued. Of course, fitted as one piece with the finger grooves. So these are another one that I use on my gun. So anyway, I just wanted to do a video on this. So this is kind of my little adventure I did, and these are my grips. So I have wound up selling some, and so if you do want a pair of these fantastic custom grips, I guess, they are unique, they're one of a kind, they're handmade. So, you know, again, sometimes some flaws will appear. So it's just what you get when it's completely done up by hand. Now this, before I end the video, I wanted to show you kind of a prototype of a new product or a new style I was doing. And these are taken after the old Smith & Wesson end frame grips called the Coke bottle grips. And these actually have a palm swell to them, which makes it a little bit different. Here I'll show you an example by putting another pair together. You can see what that does. Okay, it's just a prototype as of right now during the production of this video, so it's just something I've kind of tinkered around with myself. So again, here you can see pretty much what I stick to, the formula of aging with the yellow, how it has more character through it, and each marbling is unique to each grip, to each panel. So once you have a pair, there's not going to be another pair that is identical. So thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Contact me if you'd like a pair, and let me know.